is up? What is going on? Dave at SVA Card Collectors. And good weekend for my Jets. Wasn't really crazy good NFL weekend. There was nothing crazy on. You had the Ravens and Texans, and everyone thought that was going to be a good game, and it wasn't. And so the Jets are eliminated. They won't be able to win the AFC East, unfortunately. I know, a shocker. But since we won 2 in a row, I think everyone's now talking about Super Bowl. I think that's what we're talking about now. And anyway, going into the street. And that's not good. So anyway, more stuff's coming out with this Astros scandal. I can't wait to see the full scope of it. They're saying now executives were involved, getting the scouts, asking scouts the best way to basically cheat. So hopefully everything comes out to light, and then they get the hammer laid on them. The hammer. So, what was I doing? Well, I've decided to start listening to some podcasts again because I think I've gotten a little stale. Just talking about stuff, and really when I started this, I wanted to help people and go through thought processes of what I was doing to invest in cards and buy cards, and learning about all the different types of cards and things like that. And sometimes I do that, but I was listening to the Sports Card Investor, and he was talking about the hologram basketball cards and how they've gone up like crazy amounts of money. A lot of the things they were saying is a lot of stuff that I've said a long time ago when I first started, but with regards to baseball cards, because this is a more baseball card-centric podcast. I do throw in football and basketball, but I know a little bit more about baseball than anything else. And so I was looking to, I've been buying a lot of boxes and blasters and hangers and opening them up. And I was told in the very, very beginning they become highly addictive and that you really shouldn't get involved with it. And I did, and I didn't heed the warning. I really do think it is throwing money away, because it's okay to do it, to buy a box and open it up, have fun. But if you're buying it constantly and you're just opening up, trying to shoot for something, it's not the best way you could spend your money. And you're going to have a bunch of money. You're going to go, damn, I wish if I just would have held on to that money, I could have bought this card or that card. Now, RPAs, I've been getting more and more into, and it's funny that also Sports Card Investor was talking about that. I'm going to get to that in a later podcast. But what I did want to get into was there are cards that I've been looking at, and I will do another podcast with regards to what other cards should we invest in outside of Top Series 2, Bowman, and Heritage. Is there something else that we could take a look at and maybe buy a base card and get it graded to a PSA 10, or buy a PSA 10 and it should appreciate in value? Maybe it's something that will start to grow in popularity. Don't know, but I'm going to do my research on that and get back to you guys. But right now, I want to talk about guys who I feel are going to be good players in the future. And some of you guys already know the people that I like, and the people that I think are going to do well. And this guy, I've invested a decent amount in, but nothing crazy. But I want to get into better cards, more expensive cards. I'm not talking about thousands of dollars. I'm talking about between the range of 50 to 150 to 200. That's where I'm talking about. And so, who I'm talking about is Mr. Shohei Ohtani. When he came out in 2018, I caught the tail end of Ohtani mania. And his cards were going for insane amounts of money. Any autograph is going for $1,000. A base, $1,000 minimum. Everything his card touched was golden. His Heritage PSA 10, $50, just the base card. It was that insane. And then once he got hurt, and whatever. Now, there's two things about him. One, he pitched excellent. He did a really good job pitching, and he batted really well. And if you took his first 162 games, I forget what the stats were, but it was like, I think it was like 35, 40 home runs, 100, over 100 RBIs. I think he batted close to 300, if not 300. It was pretty impressive. And so I just feel that he's going to be coming back from Tommy John. He's also got the knee injury that he will be fully healed from. And I do believe that the Angels will play better. I have no idea why. There's no rhyme or reason, but I just feel that they will play better. And Mike Trout coming back. They just, I don't know. I don't know exactly what they need. But his cards right now are, and I'm a little annoyed about it because they're starting to tick back up. And they were down during the season. And I was waiting for them to be, November, December, and they keep going up. Now, I went through all cards, all the different types of cards. So I went to Top Series 2, and he has his pitching base card. And most of his cards, there's a decent amount of people getting them graded. And we're going to go over this a little bit with regards to the amount of grading. But really what I wanted to focus on is, all right, maybe the base card is cheap, but that's not going to give you the real, true, a big boost, so to speak. And so where do we have low pop and where we can make money? Where we think there's some value there. And so going through this, so for example, we'll go through Topps Update. So now the first one you have is the Topps Update, the pitching, where he's pitching. There's 1,524, that's the total population. Out of that, I'm talking about only PSA 10 guys, 1,144 PSA 10s. And right now they're averaging about $22. So if you get it in a pack, you grade it. So you're gonna spend. If you get it in a hanger, it's $10. You pay $9. You're at $19, and hopefully you get your money back. Or you could just buy the card raw, and probably a couple of bucks, and away you go. Now, maybe the better route is to look at his. There's two different cards there. There's one where he's batting, which I think will be the better card. There's only 23 PSA 10s, and out of 33 that were graded total. Now that card is $225. Now you also have one that has a warm-up shirt, and there's 71 of those in PSA 10, and that goes for around $65. If you don't want to go out for the $225, maybe that warm-up shirt is something that you want to look into. I think the gold is pretty good because right now it's at $120 and there's only 17 PSA 10s. And those tend to typically go up. You should compare them. We're going to compare them to Acuna, Soto, Gleyber, Torres. And those go for like 3, 4. Acuna goes for way more. But those cards, Acuna played well in the playoffs. He did okay. Gleyber did well. Soto did well. Ohtani's got to get there. But the fact that he's pitching and hitting is a big deal. And I think that will mask a lot of these. Him not going to the playoffs, I think, won't hurt him as much because he's a dual threat. Time for my little coffee break. Now, you also have his Top Series 2. And the same thing. The pitching one is 689 PSA 10s. There's one with a helmet and one with a bat. And the one with the helmet is $118, but there's only 4 PSA 10s. That's it. And the one with the bat is 44 of them PSA 10s, and that goes for around $45. So I think you can start seeing where I'm going with this stuff. Now you go to Heritage. His base, again, only goes for $15 now. There's 1,500 of them, 1,512 to be exact. Then there's another one, the Heritage, to 17, and I believe it's him swinging. There's 235 of these, and that goes for $300. Now, I don't think that's the one to go for. I think the one to go for is the action one. Now, Heritage has all these different variations, and there's color swap and things like that. But I'm also looking at if the card looks good. And I believe the action one looks really good. There's only 161 of them. They've been going for more. There was one that sold for 85. All of them are way above 100, and I've been trying to get one for cheaper, but no one's letting me buy it from them for cheaper. But that's the last sold. You got to look for these at auction to get them cheaper, and if you don't want to wait and just want to get the card because you feel that it's going to go up in value, there's no shame in it. No shame! Now we're going to go to Topps Chrome. You're going to see, again, the base pitching card is 1,666. That goes for $21. Where I think I would look at, now there's other variations that I didn't put in here. I'm focusing on the X Factor and the Refractor. The X Factor, there's only 89 of them, PSA 10, and the Refractor, there's 320 of them. Now the X Factor, it was like around $45, $50 the average price. The Refractor was $50. So I would go for the X Factor because there's just less of them, and it's similar price. Now you also have Chrome Update, 620 PSA 10 for the base. They're $18. Refractor, there's only 25, and that goes for $75. The X Factor, there's 23, and that goes for $125. You know where to go there. Let's look at the Refractor because it's a little bit cheaper. But the PSA Pop is very similar. Now, I started going off to different guys. Topps Stadium base, 140 PSA 10. I wouldn't buy this card. It's him at the podium. It's just not a nice looking card. It's $16. Now, there is one of him pitching. There's only 4 of these, and they go for $205. That's the one to get for Topps Stadium Club. But again, I still think it's priced a little high just because he hasn't done much. But because of the rarity and it's not coming out too often, that's why the price is so high. On a side note, Inception for RPAs, that may be a route you want to take to get cheaper RPAs. They look beautiful. The Ohtani ones look real nice, but they were in a range from $200 to $500 for Ohtani. But check those out if you're looking for RPAs. They look really nice. Gypsy Queen, 558 PSA 10 base cards. I wouldn't suggest Gypsy Queen. It's $16. I just don't like it. I'm not. Same thing with Bowman and Bowman Chrome. The Bowman, he only came out as a paper for just a Bowman release. There's 2,685 of these. I didn't even look at the price because it's just stupid. It's like 10, 15, 10, $11. The Chrome is $20 and there's 696 of them. And there's one where he's carrying bag and there's 46 of them. I think that's not something to look at. Topps tier, there was only autographs. Museum collection, they had only one sold. And it was a population of a PSA 10. It didn't look bad, but it's $80. And only one sold in the last 30 days. I'm reading. I did this real late. Now you also have Topps Finest, which there was 397 of them for $11. The Refractor, there's only 63, and that was $25. So there may be something there that you might like. Definitive, there was just autos. Bowman Platinum, there was one that had an ice glove. There was only 14 of them. Didn't look that bad. $56. I'm not a big fan of it, but that might be. I would skip that. Topps Archive. It's a bright yellow one. I forget the year. 65, 60. I don't remember. Now, the base goes for $15, and there's 259 of them. I have like 3 of them. There's one where he's swinging a bat. That is a population of 17. Now, the base, he's, looking like he's going to throw a baseball, but it's not like an action shot. There's one with the base, same exact card, but no signature. There's only 3 PSA 10s, and that goes for $68. Now, the swinging bat one goes for $119. Looks a little bit nicer. It's him an action shot, and there's only 17 of them. I would go for that one. That, even though it's a little bit more money, it's a nicer looking card. Luminaries, Auto's crazy high. Allen and Ginter, I'm not a big fan of. I didn't like it. Bowman High Tech, the Pyrotech, it's called Pyro something. I would look at that one. It's a nice looking card. I didn't do the pop on it, but take a look at that one. It was relatively inexpensive. Oh, I know why. There was hardly any. They were hard to find. I don't think there was any for sale, and I think I only saw 1 or 2, sold. Card that I like a lot that I will definitely be picking up is Topps Fire. Topps Fire base. There's only 21 PSA 10s. Last sold was 16. All of them are at 40. There's also that's a flame that has a PSA to. There's only 2 PSA 10s. The reason why I like it so much is because it is red. It matches the color of their uniform, and it just looks really nice, and it pops out. I think that's the card to get for Ohtani. Topps clearly is just an auto. Gold label, low pops on everything. There's a bunch of them because it's class 1, 2, 3. And each class signifies how many of each card. Low pops, relatively inexpensive. Might be something that you guys want to take a look at as well. Topps Triple Thread, auto price is really high, and Topps Dynasty, RPA, prices are really high. So, in synopsis of Mr. Ohtani, and I would focus on the variations, heritage, the action, X-Fractors and refractors for Topps Chrome update, Topps update. I would focus on the gold, if you can afford it. That's where my money is. Topps Fire base. I think that's also an excellent card to get. Museum collection is also a good card to get. There's not too many graded. And those are the key ones, I believe. So if you're going for base, I would look for X-Fractor and refractors from him. If you want something different, go look at Museum Collection, go look at Topps Fire, and go look at Gold Label. Those 3, I think, are also good values and pretty cheap. All right? Guys, I'm out of time. SVAcardcollectors.com. Also, download the Flick Chat app. And tell me what you think. Do you think I missed something? Do you think there's other Ohtani cards that I should be looking out for? When I go into the RPAs, I will talk about him as well because there's a bunch that I like. I won't get into it now. But you guys know what to do. Buy some cards and go broke. Later.